continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today.
And the slam!
161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that as you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking. The Bulldogs will light the lamp, son! Move out the wreck zone!
Okay. Yep, are we going? Are we going live? Are we going live? I'm ready. Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome inside beautiful Arrington Ice Arena, where tonight a new season of Adrian College hockey will commence. Calvin Keys here with you on Adrian College TV. Now let's turn things over to Dave Goose Van Giesen for the banner-raising ceremony. We'll celebrate Adrian College's 2022 National Championship, the first in program history.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, Character, hard work, grit. Leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
History has been made. Well, the Bulldogs of Adrian College will look to write a new chapter in the history books. With the puck drop of tonight's game, we will have NCAA Division III ice hockey action, the start of a new season in Lenawee County after these messages.
We continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today.
And the slam!
161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
We continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today.
And the slam!
161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, Character, hard work, grit. Leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds. Got out a last-line shift. Will their team to victory. Hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Hello, and welcome to...
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit. Leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds. Got out a last-line shift. Will their team to victory. Hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit. Leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds. Got out a last-line shift. Will their team to victory. Hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit. Leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds. Got out a last-line shift. Will their team to victory. Hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
We continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today.
And the slam!
161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, Character, hard work, grit. Leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds. Got out a last line shift. Will their team to victory. Hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Good evening and welcome back inside the beautiful Arrington Ice Arena, where we are gearing up for the start of the NCAA Division III ice hockey season. Calvin Keys here up in the Braceway Grandstand, ready for another exciting and action-packed year of Bulldog hockey. Adrian College had the best record in NCAA D3 hockey history last season. They went 31-1. Their only loss came against the Pioneers of Utica University, who visit the Arrington tonight. It's the #1 ranked hockey team in the land, the Adrian College Bulldogs, versus the 3rd ranked Utica University Pioneers here on Adrian College TV. Now let's have a look at tonight's starters for Utica. Their starting line will consist of Lucas Herman, Dante Zapata, and Remy Parker on offense. On D, it'll be Brian Scoville and Joey Berkapek, and in net for them is Brian Landsberger. For the Bulldogs, their starting line is Ty Enns, Sam Ruffin, and Hunter Wendt. On defense, Jaden Shields and Matt Kudo. And in between the pipes, Nick Tallarico. Another season of Bulldog hockey is underway in Lenawee County, and stepping up to deliver an early hit is Shields. Teams play down low with it. Bulldogs come up away with the puck. Here's Kudo. He's hacked down. Crowd wanted a call. They won't get one. Bulldogs unable to find the entry as it's centered back up for Zapata. Feeds to the wing, Parker, and that's a blocker stop made by Tallarico, his first of the season, and he's forced to make a second. Shot comes in from Herman. Bulldogs clear the zone. This one will bounce just wide of the crease of Landsberger, and it will come back in the Bulldog zone for an icing. Looks like Matt Kudo may have been taken down here on the near wall, but we stay 5-on-5. The #1 ranked Adrian Bulldogs versus the #3 ranked Utica Pioneers. Bulldogs coached this evening by their head coach Adam Krug. Utica's head coach is Gary Heenan. Now here's Sam Ruffin to take the draw against Regan Kavanaugh. It's won back by the Pioneers, but it bounces away from the stick of Larson and back into Utica's defensive zone. Tipped onwards, cut off by Io Adenier. Spodniak looking to work it back in, but it's offsides as Ruffin headed across the blue line just a bit too early. As we mentioned in the open, Adrian's only loss out of their 32 games came against Utica University. It was ironically their first game of the season in upstate New York, with several of their key All-American players out of the lineup due to COVID. The next day they bounced back and got a victory, and that's what set up the next 30. Ended the season 31-1 and became the national champions. As for Utica, they fell in the quarterfinals. They have something to prove here heading into this season. Adenier, a drive, rebound, sent across. That's off a skate in front, bounces back out to the blue line. Picked up by Spencer. Shot through traffic, didn't get through. Utica will take it over the red line and dump it. That's Bro playing in deep. It'll be acquired by Chase Spencer behind Tallarico's crease. Sends it D to D for Klein. Tipped onwards. It's in from Murphy, or at least it looked like Murphy got a touch on it. That's the argument he's making. Icing is the call against the Bulldogs here. Just a little over a minute and a half into the hockey game here at Arrington Ice Arena. Calvin Keys with you on Adrian College TV. Bulldogs in the white. Pioneers in the navy blue. Another face-off. Patosha will take it against Brandon Osmundson. Referee commanding one of the Utica wingers to head outside of the face-off dot. That was John Gutt encroaching in. Pinching forward to keep it in are the Pioneers. Bulldogs pick it up. It's banked forwards by Murphy. Angles it by one. A race for the biscuit. Murphy, he's tangled up. Sliding down. He sends it in front, where it will be covered by Landsberger, and a crowd will gather. Murphy getting tangled up with John Monkovich here early. Lots of nervous tension here in the building. National championship banner was raised pre-game, and now the Bulldogs are tasked with putting that out of their minds and just focusing on the task at hand. The first game of the 2023 season. Offensive zone draw for Adrian College. Patosha lining up across Zapata, who scored a hat trick last week against SUNY Potsdam. Utica will play it in deep. Klein back to chase it. Picked up by Babiak. Division I transfer out of Bowling Green State University. Bulldogs were slated to play them to begin their season, but the game ended up getting canceled due to some injuries in the Falcons lineup. Pioneers playing it on the far wall, or the near wall rather. Berkopek goes across, sent down low. Trying to play it out front there was Parker. It's covered up by Tallarico. And again, a crowd gathers. Teams introducing themselves early on in this game. It's the first regular season game for both teams. Adrian College took on Trine's NCAA D3 team last Friday and came away with a 3-2 victory. And as we mentioned in part, Utica obliterated SUNY Potsdam 8-2 in a home exhibition last Saturday. Draw one back here, a quick shot that deflects wide. Bulldogs looking to play it off the boards. It's sealed off by Fedoric. Looking to center and play it out front. Picked off by the Bulldogs. Spence up the far boards. He'll work it out. Acquired by Allen. Looks back forwards for Curran. Was looking to play it wide to his winger, but it's intercepted. Here's Calgin. Up the far side. Puts on the brakes. Looking to center for Kudo, the defenseman getting up on the rush. He is leveled. Pioneers trying to pry the puck free. It'll be sent forwards by Fedoric. Onto the tape of Matt Wood. Dumped in deep by Patton. Off the side of the goal, a bit awkwardly handled by Tallarico. Adrian trying to poke it forward. Comes off of Calgin's equipment. He has some time and space that he'll take advantage of. Dumping it down low as he takes a check. Adrian will head off for a change. Early stages, 16:45 left in the first as we get a whistle. See what the decision is. It appears as if the faceoff will come back into the Utica zone. You wonder maybe if it went out of play there in the previous proceedings. Stepping up to take this faceoff draw for Adrian is Sam Ruffin, one of the co-captains, along with Alessio Luciani, who notably is out of the lineup with an injury. He'll miss the whole weekend, including the game tomorrow at 3 p.m. Utica will deliver this one around the wall. Tallarico came out to play it, but wasn't quite able to stop the puck. Back out to neutral ice. It's a cross for Dobe, sends it all the way down, off the right pad of Tallarico, so no icing on the play. Adrian will acquire it. Walking into the middle again is Dobe. His shot sailed wide. Stepping up is Berkopek, trying to keep it in. Went. Bit of a behind-the-back hand pass, but Utica gets the next touch. Zapata, he's collided with. Here's Ruffin carrying forward. Feeds to the far wall. A shot off the blocker of Landsberger, and he covers. A really good chance snapped off the stick of Hunter Wentz on the far side. The senior forward out of Troy, Michigan, who began his collegiate career at Ferris State University in NCAA Division I. He's since transferred here to Adrian. A nice shot, one of the first good chances for the Bulldogs in this hockey game. But Landsberger, big sophomore goaltender out of Montreal, Quebec, makes the save and prevented the rebound well. Utica plays it back down low, chipped forward, knocked out to the red line. Played over for Klein, off a skate. Sent across, and Spodniak may be in here. On the backhand, he scores! Matus Spodniak. The pride of Kosice, Slovakia, gets on the board. 1-0, Adrian College. Great start for this Bulldog team. Let's break it down. Spodniak was driving wide, cut back onto his forehand, and he scored. Bulldogs get things going early. Outshooting Utica 4-2, and they're finally rewarded here in the early proceedings. At 4:09 of the first period, Matus Spodniak, his first goal of the season, the Bulldogs' first goal of the season. Pioneers stop with it behind their own cage. This is whacked forward by Allen. Adenier over to the stick of Spencer, who looks forward for Spodniak. Trying to find Heinz. Pass was a bit too far behind him. And back up the other way is Fedoruk. Fedoruk, give and go with Zapata. Zapata was rocked there along the far dasher boards. Now it's picked up by Heinz. 2-on-1 for Adrian. Heinz looking for Spencer. That pass was cut off well by the stick of Justin Allen. Heinz has it stolen from him. Speeding forwards is Osmundson. Brandon Osmundson. He will play it by Shields and Chase. Still odd. Osmundson with it. Good work from him. Chase Spencer. He'll look rink wide now for Patosha. Ryan Patosha, centering pass was behind Murphy, out to the neutral zone. Kudo took his time and then delivered it deep again. Played around the wall by Utica. Kudo to keep it in, sent in front. It's tipped on goal. Fought off by Landsberger. It's still loose, finally covered. Murphy was waiting on the doorstep to try to hammer home any type of potential rebound. But Brian Landsberger eventually able to cover here. 14:40 left in the first period. Bulldogs have the only goal this game so far, courtesy of the Slovakian sensation, Matus Spodniak. Happy you've joined us on Adrian College TV for the home opener for the Adrian Bulldogs, taking on Utica University. Puck will wrap around the boards. Looking to send it up quickly was Herman. Zapata picking it up, trying to saucer for Parker. Bulldog will intervene on that pass. Guided back to the point. Quick shot fired by Scoville. That's blocked well by Patosha. Still the Pioneers keep it in. Trying to work it past Shields, who won't budge. Deep behind the goal, Parker. Pressed to the wall by Shields. Dug free by Redding. Now it's Spagnuolo. Lead pass for Patosha. Bump to the boards. Utica gets it back. Berkapek. Long pass, banks across. Acquired by Babiak. Centered on to the stick of Calgin, who couldn't handle it. Curran, a shot from an acute angle that is saved and held by Tallarico. There was a big goaltending debate heading into this season as to who we would see in the opening game. In the end, getting the nod is Nick Tallarico, the senior goaltender out of Surrey, British Columbia. Deshaun Stewart, junior goaltender out of Amherstburg, Ontario, will also fight for minutes during this season. Bulldogs lost an All-American first-team goaltender in Cam Gray, who has played in the ECHL since graduating off of Adrian College's campus. Here's Swade, centering pass, that is gloved. The high shot ripped in by Connor May. No rebound from Landsberger. We'll get a face-off on the left side of the Utica zone. Got a chance to talk with Coach Krug before puck drop tonight, and he said he's very pleased with both Stewart and Tallarico as goaltenders, and he thinks they'll both see a lot of minutes this season. Also sees a bright future in the freshman goaltender here at Adrian, Jackson Bernard. Third goaltender down the depth chart, but still very talented. This is an Adrian team with plenty of depth. They like to roll 4 lines and 6 defensemen on a nightly basis. Worked up the far boards. Looks like it's pinned there right now by Ruffin. It squirts out. Point shot from Utica, that's wide. Turning and trying to fire was Parker, but he fanned on the shot. Now it's back over for Ruffin. Passes forward for Wentz. His speed ramped up in the air, but it's picked up again by Ruffin. Loses it. Trying to work it out of his own zone is Allen. Feeds forward for Remy Parker. His shot is blocked by Kudo. Shields will usher this one along. Acquired by Johnson. Again, it's held on the wall. Lots of physical battles here early. Trying to work the puck out as ends. Utica will continue to cycle it. Back up to the point. Slap shot drive deflected. That was initially off the stick of Jason Dobe. Centered in front again. An opportunity developing for Jacob Bro. Now Johnson from the point, off the blocker of Tallarico, rebound, they score! Utica makes it a tie 1-1 hockey game. Jacob Breaux, the junior, transferred in this season from Alaska Fairbanks. Sustained offensive zone time pays dividends for the Pioneers as it's off the blocker of Tallarico, a juicy rebound. Breaux does a good job of stepping up into the slot and firing it home. First time. Two very good hockey teams on display tonight. 1-1 here. Just 3 seconds under the 8-minute mark of the first period. Moving forward with this one is Monkovic. Falls to the ice, lost an edge. Adenier for Spencer. Official skips over the puck as Spencer will play it back across for Io Adenier. He finds the tape of Brad Summers. Can Adrian find an answer? After conceding a goal off the stick of Jacob Breaux, rebuild their ozone time as they look to here, covered by Landsberger. Played his junior hockey with the Nepean Rangers of the CCHL. Utica will get a change. The cycle was impressive in the lead up to their first goal of the night. Looked like they had the puck on a string, working hard, and then the rebound from Tallarico led to the goal. Pioneers have it in neutral ice. Lob down into the corner. Herman will chase. He's hit hard by Spencer. Sent around the boards. Racing to try and get there is Justin Allen, but won't get there in time. And icing is called. I thought certainly it was a Utica player that had wrapped that around the boards, trying to pass it back to their own defenseman who couldn't keep it in. I think the referees made the mistake. They thought it was an Adrian player that sent it with speed around the dasher. Tough break for the Bulldogs as they're pinned back in their own end of the ice. Taking this face-off for the Pioneers is Mick Curran. And it looks as if Brad Summers will have to head off. Adrian unable to change due to the icing. You mentioned Alessio Luciani out of the lineup with an injury this weekend, so Patosha will step up. Ryan Patosha is the first-line center tonight. Wins it to Klein. Babyak looking forwards. Puck deflects up and out of play with 11:09 left in the first period. 1-1 score, and if you're just joining us, Adrian's goal came from Matus Spodniak. Utica's goal came from Jacob Breaux. Spodniak was a prolific scorer on Adrian's team last year. He'll be heavily relied on by Coach Krug again this season. Patosha to take the draw against Curran. Players encroaching into the face-off circle. Really have been sticklers making sure both teams have their skates completely out of the face-off zone so far, as plastered to the end boards is Austin Klein. He's hit hard again by Cam Patton. Working up high with it is Curran. Plays it down low. Puck is acquired by Murphy, meets some resistance, trying to bank it out off the plexiglass. Instead comes to Wood, who scores. Utica takes the lead, courtesy of Matt Wood. The sophomore out of Garnet Valley, Pennsylvania, makes it a 2-1 lead for the Utica Pioneers. Let's take another look at this one. Again, Utica hemming Adrian in their own end of the ice, unable to get it out. Bulldogs were trying to bank it out. Instead, an unfortunate bounce right to Wood, and it looked like he sent that shot under the glove hand of Tallarico. Riley Murphy was trying to clear it, came off a Utica stick, and right onto the tape of Matt Wood, who made no mistake. 2-1 in favor of Utica University. Matthew Redding banks it forward. Calgin didn't know where the puck was. Back up to the near boards. Larson looking to center onwards. Here's Jacob Breaux, had the first goal of the night for Utica. Breaux Kudo working hard to try and win it back. Kudo falls to the ice. Down behind the goal of Tallarico. Shot from the boards from Scoville. Bounced off a Bulldog and up in the air. Jaden Shields caroms this one out. Back up over the red line. Snatching it up is Kudo. Bank pass that Shields will hustle to. Looking to lift it up. Shields staying with the play. Puts it in deep as he's taken down to the ice. Hit hard. Knocked over is Berkapek. Pioneers somehow able to keep it. Up the near boards, Osmondson. Spencer cutting that feed for gut off. Adenier checked into the boards. Ruffin looking to work the other direction, but it's sent D-to-D for the Pioneers. Over to Holmes. Chips it off the window. Reacquiring is Hunter Wendt. Wendt with speed. Angled off by Scoville. Puck still in the Adrian zone. Holmes lost it. Ruffin cutting back. Nice move from number 9 with a C on his sweater. Puck will glance just outside the blue line. Adenier will turn and fire it back in deep. Landsberger reverses up for Holmes. Angled in by Curran. Icing is waved. Babiak. D-to-D for Klein. Loses it. Checked over with a hard contact is Mick Curran. Back up for the point. That shot is fanned on. Spodniak heading up to pressure quickly. Carried here by Curran. Utica again going to work on the cycle. They've had so much possession early on in this game. Shots are 6-5 still in favor of Adrian, who had the first goal of the game. That was followed up by 2 tallies for Utica to take the lead. Patton returns for Johnson. At the blue line, it's tipped downwards. Behind the goal again. Bulldogs working hard to try and win it back. Babiak angled forward, too far ahead of Klein. Now it's picked up by Summers, who will send this one all the way down for an icing. Early struggles for Adrian on the breakout. They've had a tough time trying to get it out of their own zone. Lots of sustained offensive possession for Utica University. They've had the puck on a string so far. It's won back this time by Summers, but not out. Turning and firing is Herman. That went off the left shoulder of Tallarico. Klein collides with Parker down low. Back up to the point. Allen across for Fedoric. Tipped in front, but wide. Pioneers controlling. Almost looks like a man advantage right now for Utica. Zapata, skate to stick. Tangled up with Babiak. Bulldogs trying to sky it out, but it went out of play. Faceoff will stay in the Adrian end. Strong start for Gary Heenan's team. He's been with Utica's hockey program since its inception in 2000. Several of his former assistant coaches have gone on to coach in junior, NCAA Division I, and even the NHL. Patosha will take this face-off against Regan Kavanaugh. 2 seasons ago, Kavanaugh had the OT winner in both of Utica's meetings with Adrian. Certainly has a good history playing against the Bulldogs. Usually very successful against this team. Patosha down low for Murphy. He was wrapped up by Berkapek. Glove down by Kudo, but the referee nearby ruled it came outside the blue line, and it is offsides. 7:10 left to go in the first period. The visitors, Utica University, gave up the opening goal of this game. Matus Spodniak with a nice move, backhand to forehand on the right wing, moving in on Landsberger. Since then, it has been Jacob Breaux and Matt Wood for Utica. 2 unanswered goals that give the Pioneers a 1-goal lead over halfway through this first period. Pioneers dump it deep. Osmondson, he was engaged in a physical battle with Patosha. Sent sprawling with Shields. Puck down on the low boards. Now Patosha, Murphy. This is bumped across for Spagnuolo. Looks back for Murphy. Spagnuolo having a swipe at it. Stepping up, firing a drive was Chase Spencer, but it was wide left of Landsberger. Murphy through the legs looking for Patosha. Instead he found the stick of Justin Allen. Chipped out by Utica, a race for it, and a 2-on-0. Speeding in, Pioneers with it, they look backdoor. That's off the stick of Gut and Wide, still a scramble in front. Finally regaining possession, is Patosha. Gets rid of it, out to neutral ice, where Fedoric will wire it in. Tallarico out to leave it with the stick. Johnson on the near boards, a CNI shot that was wide to Tallarico's right. Utica making it difficult for the Bulldog netminder to see where the puck is, putting lots of screens in front, and also letting go of their shots quickly to not give Tallarico a lot of time to track it or gain his bearings. Patton kicked forward soccer style where it's swayed, looking to the far wall for Babyak. Utica picks it up. Dobe the other way, high in the air. Klein will open up. Snaps a pass across for Babyak. Looks back for Klein. Swayed, tried to deflect it in. Should have been icing, it appeared. Back judge had their arm up, but the ref in the zone said nothing doing. So we continue, a chance in front. Jacob Swade had a whack at it directly in front of Landsberger, who was on top of his game, aware, and makes the save. Shots even at 7 apiece with 5:17 left in the first period. Number 1 ranked Adrian College hosting number 3 ranked Utica University. This game has lived up to the hype so far. Calvin Keys happy to be here narrating the game for you on Adrian College TV. Faceoff was tied up. Eventually the puck finds its way back to Berkopek. Now weaving in is Curran. Mick Curran on the far side. That was over the crossbar. Free breakout for Adrian. Berkopek over for Scoville. Feed is too far ahead of Parker. Ends working hard to try and steal the biscuit away from Berkopek, but he can't do it. Ruffin looking forward for Ends again. Angles the defenseman to the wall. Klein stabbing it forward. Dante Zapata able to work it out just outside of the Utica blue line. Puck is pinned there. It's 2v3 there on the boards. Zapata comes away with it. Batted down by Klein, tangled up with Parker. Rowe. First goal of the game for Utica. Sends it out in front. Zapata would have had a chance. Wasn't quite able to accept the pass cleanly. Away from the puck. Ruffin levels Zapata. Physical play here early on. Shields dancing forwards through the neutral zone, lost the handle. Klein back up for the stick of Spodniak. Matus Spodniak is checked hard into the end wall. Plastered by Blake Holmes. Still they battle for it. Here's Holmes turning forward. Off the plexiglass. Shields trying to control it with his skate. Kudo made on the NCHA all-freshman team, the now sophomore blue liner for Adrian. Perhaps a breakaway chance developing for Utica. Ref says they're offsides. Long pass forward for Regan Kavanaugh. If he would have been able to cleanly handle it, he may have been in. Still a Bulldog defenseman back there as well. Adrian's head coach Adam Krug, in his 9th season with the program, led the Bulldogs to their first national championship in program history last season. We had a banner-raising ceremony before puck drop. It's always a challenge to move on from past success and focus on the task at hand. That's what the Bulldogs are trying to do. Down 2-1 right now. Monkovic. He'll play dump and chase. Collides with Shields. Now it's Connor May. May with plenty of time and space. Finds Heinz. Zach Heinz with speed. Looking to cut backward. Spodniak, who has Adrian's only goal. Can't win the battle. Spencer for a Denier. Long shot from Iowa. Denier. Rebound chance. It's high up in the air. Went over the goal of Landsberger. Adrian College offense looking better now as the shot from Spencer ramped off the stick of Guts and up into the rafters, so we get a whistle with 2:56 to go left in the first period. Bulldogs with a new assistant coach this season. It's Matthew Thompson. He returns to Adrian after playing for the Bulldogs from 2014 to 2018 and captaining the team for 2 seasons. Recorded 85 points in 77 career games as a Bulldog. Brings some expertise for the forward group of Adrian College, having been one here in Adrian, Michigan himself. Zapata feeds to the far side, off the paraphernalia of Tallarico and held. Shot coming in off the twig of Lucas Herman. Another Division I transfer for Utica University, coming in this year after previously playing with the University of New Hampshire. That's a theme with both of these teams. Both squads have some D1 transfers. Connor Fedoric from Ferris State, Kimball Johnson from St. Thomas, Lucas Herman and Jacob Bro, some of the D1 transfers for Utica. For Adrian, they've got Riley Murphy and Cam Babyak. More on that in a little bit. Opening up and banking it forward is Spencer for Murphy to chase. Trying to hop around Burkapek, lays a hard blow to Scoville. Brian Scoville, the junior out of Agawam, Massachusetts, able to work it out. Chase Spencer, junior defenseman out of Georgetown, Ontario, will move it forward for Spagnuolo. Utica trying to bump it forward. They had Wood speeding forwards. Now it'll come to a stick. Wood, what a toe drag. He's brought down. No call upcoming. Silky smooth mitts from Matt Wood. Had the second goal of the game for Utica. Pulled it back into his body and tripped up by an Adrian stick. But we stay at even strength. Here's Calgin. Swade up the near side. Turns the corner. Looking out front for Redding. Couldn't handle it. Back at the point for Jaden Shields now. Just able to keep it in. Justin Allen has it. Shields bumped quickly for Redding. Up the middle. Swade has his stick lifted. Good back check by Bro. Allen. Dosey does in. Looked like it may have been offsides. Referee rules that the puck went in before the teammates, so we continue play. Puck finds its way out for Larson. Has it poke checked away as we enter the final minute of this first period. Utica's probably been the better hockey club. They're up 2-1. Adrian's led in shots 9-8. Utica has been persistent just on the cycle. And they work in again here as that shot buzzed narrowly wide off the stick of Remy Parker. Still Parker trying to stay with the play. Loses out in the physical battle with Austin Klein. Up for Enns. Cutting backwards. Tried to go against the grain for Klein, who has it stolen. Here's Parker. Parker walking in, firing. And a good back check. And then the rebound chance as it banked behind. And Tallarico slid across to deny Dante Zapata. Long shot in again. Turned aside by the right pad of Tallarico. Boy, has he been busy in this first period. Another chance, gloved by Tallarico. Shot came in from Herman. Tallarico playing well early on. He'll glove it. 10 seconds left on the clock here at Arrington Ice Arena. That's all that separates us from the first intermission. You're watching NCAA Division III ice hockey on Adrian College TV, as Ruffin will take the draw against Kavanaugh. Ruffin wins it back cleanly. Good face-off performance from Ruffin there. Sent around by Spencer. Trying to get it out is Redding. Can't get it out of his own zone, and that's where the puck will stay as the first period expires. Utica has to feel good about their first period. Lots of ozone time for the team in Navy. They're up 2-1. And the Bulldogs will have plenty to talk about with their head coach, Adam Krug, in the dressing room. We'll be back for the second period in about 15 minutes' time. Don't go anywhere as NCAA Division III ice hockey continues here on Adrian College TV.
As you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years, you stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
Welcome back to Arrington Ice Arena as we get set here for the second period of play. Utica on top at the moment, 2-1. Let's take a look at our first period goal summary. Matus Spodniak struck first in this hockey game at the 4:08 mark of the first period, assisted by Brad Summers. Then at the 7:57 mark, Kimball Johnson got on the board for Utica, assisted by Jacob Bro. Utica followed up that goal from Johnson with a strike from Matt Wood, assisted by Mick Curran at the 9:13 mark. So goals coming quickly, back-to-back for Utica. Most notably, on our first period stat sheet, 76% of the faceoffs were won by the Pioneers. That is a factor that certainly played into their dominance in the offensive zone, trapped Adrian in their own end for long periods of play. Shots on goal were fairly even, but Tallarico was trapped in his own zone for a long time, and as he's having to continue to track the puck, tires out as a result. A couple pucks sliding by him in his opening night start for Adrian College, as we're just about ready for puck drop here in the second period. Coach Krug surely had some adjustments to make in the dressing room. His team was struggling on the breakout. We'll see how they respond. Still anyone's game here as Utica leads 2-1. Herman up the near boards. Zapata halts, plays it down low where it can be picked up by Enns. Banks it on for Ruffin, co-captain of this Adrian team. Other co-captain for the Bulldogs, Alessio Luciani, out tonight with an injury. He was Adrian's leading scorer last year as the Bulldogs went off sides a few moments ago. Neutral zone face-off upcoming. Sam Ruffin was the NCAA Division III National Tournament MVP and a second-team All-American last year. So if anyone will be able to step up and be able to level the score for Adrian in this game, he's probably a safe bet. As Ruffin walks in here, deflects behind the goal, out in front, banging away at it. Landsberger sprawling down. It's knocked forward by Broen out, and a breakaway chance here. Regan Kavanaugh in and scores! Kavanaugh on the breakaway makes it 3-1 Utica. Utica keeps their momentum going here early on in the second period. We're just 43 seconds in to the second frame. Regan Kavanaugh. Bulldog defense got caught out of position. A great pass from Bro onto the tape of Kavanaugh. That's Jacob Bro's second assist of the night. Just a quick release under the blocker of Tallarico makes it a 2-goal advantage for Utica. This is tipped in down low. It'll be icing against the Pioneers. Gary Heenan's side has came into this game with a fire in their belly. Split the series with Adrian last year. Won the first, Bulldogs won the second. But you get the feeling last season was a bit of a disappointment for the Pioneers. They lost in the quarterfinals, and they really have something to prove this year. A very talented hockey team. Monkovic does well to work it out. Goes all the way down. Icing is waved. Spencer drops it for Brad Summers. Summers definitely a player to watch for Adrian. Very talented. Adenier. Backhanded. All the way over. Slides onto the stick of Spodniak. Has the only Bulldog goal. Fires a quick shot. That was off of the right foot of Landsberger. Another quick release coming from Spencer. Played down low. Bumped off the puck is Heinz. Pioneers looking to work it out. Be interesting to see if Adrian can return the favor and hem Utica in their zone for some sustained offensive possession. Heinz gets it down low. Finds Spodniak. Looking backwards for Spencer across Babiak. Great feed for Spodniak. Landsberger got a piece. Utica sends it the length of the ice. Icing again. Good chances for Adrian here. Matus Spodniak has been buzzing so far in this hockey game. As we mentioned, had Adrian's only goal in the first period at the 4:08 mark. Had a great chance, couple of chances really there on that previous shift. And now Sam Ruffin's line will head on. Ruffin to oppose Osmundson in the faceoff dot. As we mentioned, Utica won 76% of the draws in the first period, so Bulldogs have struggled in the dot. And a timeout is called by Adam Krug. Bulldogs, or rather, timeout is being called by Utica University, excuse me. Gary Heenan will call time to talk to his group, and we'll be back on the other side of the timeout with more hockey action.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Back at Arrington Ice Arena, Utica University called timeout. Wonder what Gary Heenan said to them in the early stages of the second period. Adrian had a good previous shift, so perhaps wanted to make a few quick adjustments to begin the second frame of play. Puck is back in the Bulldogs' own end. Ruffin will skate it out. Loses possession of it. Parker looking backwards for Berkapek. High saucer is over the blade of Herman. Icing against Utica, making the 8-hour bus ride from upstate New York. Another face-off upcoming in Adrian's offensive zone. Ryan Patosha versus Dante Zapata on the draw. Zapata, as we said in Utica's only preseason exhibition game, had a hat trick against Potsdam. 8-2 win. Come from behind as Babiak lowers the boom. Utica will send it across. Good chance for Zapata. Had his stick tied up. Bulldogs will look back the other way. Spagnolo loses it. Turning here is Herman, looking across for the tape of Curran. Bulldogs get it back out. Scoville off the plexiglass. Bounces back to the stick of Babiak, who had that thundering collision with a Utica player just moments ago. Huge hit. Shot is sent in by Spagnolo. Calgin for Spencer along the kick plate. Racing down for it is Adenier. He's angled to the boards. Knocked down well. Good eye-hand coordination from Brian Scoville. Patosha for Spencer. Long shot deflected down off a Utica stick. Scoville lifts this one out. Adenier can't handle it. Spencer back to retrieve. He's got some speed. Spencer angled off to the boards and loses it. Picked right back up by Redding. Forwards for Calgin. Weaving in. Here's John Calgin. Long shot off a Utica stick and into the near corner. Redding turning back. Sticked away by Holmes. Hit hard is Allen, but still the puck will come forwards for Kavanaugh. Has the only goal this second period so far. It's turned over. Swade centering. Looking for Connor May, who has nudged off the puck. Back out to the neutral zone and Larson. Larson for Jacob Rowe. 2 assists so far in this game. Wiring. A slap shot is Regan Kavanaugh. Scored on the breakaway. Just a little bit over 40 seconds in to this second period. Tried his luck again, but this time Nick Tallarico will hold on. Tallarico played his junior hockey with the Hearst Lumberjacks of the NOJHL. Osmundson to take the face-off against Summers. 15:47 left to go in the second period. Calvin Keys with you on Adrian College TV. Utica plays it low. John Gutt has it. Around the boards. Spodniak going to work, trying to get it out. Over for Heinz. Returns it back for Klein. Here's Brad Summers. into the O zone. Summers circling, trying to look backwards for the tape of Heinz. It's away from his stick and down the ice. Kudo. He'll bide his time. Summers. Spodniak holding off Scoville. Spodniak looking neck front, a couple of whacks at it as he was upended. Utica trying to play it out. Kudo through traffic. Handled goaltender style by Scoville. Here's Osmundson. Osmundson angled into the glass. Good stick by Tallarico. Springs free from a two. Spodniak again, a long shot. Sealing up the bottom of the ice was Landsberger. Berkopek. Stretch pass. Too far ahead of Patton. Spencer finds Ruffin. Ends. Wentz will leave it for Ruffin. Walking in, fires a shot into the logo on the chest of Landsberger. 3-1 the scoreline. Regan Kavanaugh striking early on the breakaway. Beat Tallarico on the blocker side. A really good pass from Bro to spring him free as Adrian's defensemen were reeling. Bro with 2 assists so far. Been one of the top playmakers in this game. I thought Bro had the goal early on in the first period as a long shot comes in, but turned out it was tipped in front, and they credited the goal to Kimball Johnson. Adenier ends. Puck finds its way to Spencer, fires a shot. Back for the Bulldogs to the back door for Ends, who sent it back out in front. Fedoruk initially had his pocket picked, generating the chance for Adrian. Zapata moving in. Spencer steals. Spagnolo back for Ends. Shot is off a stick and into the netting as a Bulldog player will lose an edge on the near boards. That's Sam Ruffin. He'll get up. Seems to be no worse for wear. 13:45 left in the second period. The Bulldogs, the defending national champions in NCAA Division III ice hockey, facing some adversity. They're down 3-1. Still plenty of time left in this one. They'll need a response. Utica will win it back. Dobe around. Circled too far behind Buster Larson. Spagnola will hand it right back to Larson, however. Larson standing at 6'6" and 230 pounds. Big body out there. Races after it now. Tried to lift the stick of Babyak. Had a big hit earlier on. Utica walking in. Bro has it stolen. Winning it back is Larson. Big Buster Larson plays it down. Tipped in front. Bro a chance. Big blocker save by Tallarico. No one covering the backdoor guy for the Bulldogs. So Bro had a clean shot on goal. That would have made it 3 points if he had hit pay dirt. Larson cuts back. Looking to shoot. Can't whiz it by Babyak as it goes off the Bulldog defenseman's shin pad. Now Babyak will turn forward. Angled off to the wall. Looking up the center of the ice. Sticked over lovingly by Landsberger. Wood looks back for Scoville. Taken by Patosha. Smacking at it on the far boards is Calgin. Calgin staying with it. Gets the puck deep. Scoville. Now up for Wood. Sticked away by Kudo. Ensuing pass was away from the stick of Wood, and now it's Swade turning. He's got wheels. Here's Swade still with it. Up the far boards as he's angled off. Referee fell over on the far side of the blue line. Here's Gutt. Turns backwards. He's got some space. Here's John Gutt. Puck rolled over his twig, and maybe a chance for Spodniak. Just bounced over his stick as well, as losing an edge was Holmes. Spodniak laid a hit. Utica sent it all the way down ice. Icing the call with 11:45 left in the second period. Adrian's only goal so far coming from a 2 Spodniak. Utica has 3 from Kimball Johnson, Matt Wood, and Regan Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh scored on the breakaway to open this second period. We'll have a face-off on the right side of the Pioneer netminder, Brian Landsberger. This draw is won back by Summers. Adeneye, point shot off the skate of the center, Brad Summers. Spodniak, a hard hit. Now looking to center. Finds its way back to Spencer, a drive. Puck was on edge. Had a weird trajectory, goes into the far corner. Heinz, backhand saucer for Spencer. Now Heinz leaves it for Spodniak, who lost the puck. And speeding the other way is Monkovic, who's cut off by Adeneye. Diving to try and knock it over for his teammate was Osmundson. Instead, Spodniak will come away with it. Spodniak, long shot, took an awkward skip right in front of Landsberger. Summers nudges it forward. Spencer has his shot blocked, and we're off to the races. Remy Parker one-on-one with Tallarico, who shuts the door. Tallarico tracked that beautifully and makes a save to keep it a 2-goal hockey game. Shots even at 14 apiece. My, oh my, what an opportunity that was. Remy Parker off the miscue from the Bulldogs at the point, and the senior out of Montclair, New Jersey, was unable to solve the Adrian netminder, Nick Tallarico. Tallarico makes it a no-go for Parker. D to D. Dobe angled in off the stick of Parker. Babiak. Transfer from Bowling Green. And now Went. A 2-on-1. Ruffin joining Went. Across. Pass was behind Ruffin. Deflected off the stick of Dobe, who did well in defense of that odd man rush for the Bulldogs. This one is lofted up off. Hits a banner and comes down. Went frustrated. Fires it off the boards. Good chance for Adrian. Again, the passing not crisp. It's been that kind of night so far. The defending national champions meeting a roadblock in Utica. Still a lot of time for the Bulldogs to go to work. They've been settling into this game as it's gone along. They've looked better in this second period, aside from some breakdowns on the point. But they have had more O-zone possession than Utica. Most of the Pioneers' chances have came in transition off of turnovers, which is something the Bulldogs will need to fix moving forward. As it's forward for the big Larson. Sort of gives you hints of Elmer Soderblom on the Detroit Red Wings, another 6'6" hockey player in the National Hockey League. Ruffin ends. Toe drag and look to find Wentz. Scoville will dump it back in. Batted down dangerously by Tallarico, who turned it over. Went off his backside as Larson tried to center. Kudo up for Wentz. Delivers it deep. Landsberger left with the paddle for Johnson. Kimball Johnson has a goal tonight. Larson. Kudo versus Larson was the one-on-one battle there. It was a bit comical, if I do say. Of course, Kudo is 5'8", and Larson is 6'6", so not really a fair fight. Murphy looking to turn around. Bulldogs look to bank it out. Delivering some shoves is Riley Murphy as it's sent across. The one-time drive flying in off the twig of Fedoric. Took an odd bounce, but Tallarico tracking it. He's looked better and better as this night has gone on. Of course, Adrian had an All-American goaltender last year, their senior Cam Gray, who has moved on to play in the East Coast Hockey League. Now it's a goaltending battle in the net for Adrian. Nick Tallarico and Dershawn Stewart, the two top netminders for the Bulldogs. You get the feeling that I think the plan going into this weekend for Coach Krug was Tallarico starts tonight, Stewart starts tomorrow. It is pinned there firmly. Doesn't look like that puck is going anywhere, both teams there. Ref doesn't want to blow the whistle, but that might be the best option in this circumstance. Finally poked loose. Had enough time to grab a cup of coffee and come back, but play will continue. It's dropped off, a right pad save from Landsberger on the bid from Murphy. Patosha carrying it, shielding away from the defender. He'll turn, he'll fire, sits down in front. Jabbing away at it are the Bulldogs. Landsberger able to stay in front. Murphy is tangled up with a Pioneer behind the net. Has him in a headlock. See what comes out of this. Finally, the two combatants will be separated. No penalties so far in the contest. No special teams for either side in effect. Cooler heads will prevail, and we'll have another ozone draw for the Adrian College Bulldogs. Thanks again for tuning in to our coverage here at Arrington Ice Arena. Calvin Keys narrating the action on Adrian College TV. Full weekend of hockey. These two teams will play again tomorrow at 3 p.m. right back here at Arrington. One for Dobe. Met some resistance around the boards. Can be picked up by Spencer. Adenier rips it in along the plexiglass. May skipped over his stick. Pitchforked deep by Spencer. Zapata turning, snapping a pass that was far away from Johnson. Swade fires it in. Landsberger will pick it up. Around the window, Adenier has Spencer. Pinpoint pass, deflected downwards, they score! What a redirect by Matthew Redding. The junior out of Brampton, Ontario makes it a one-goal hockey game. The point shot came in from Spencer, and Redding batted it down. Didn't even look like he knew it went in initially, but bounced, I believe, over the left pad of Landsberger for the score. As we take another look, Bulldogs will work it forward. Landsberger to pick it up. Around the plexiglass. Larson. Kudo picked it off. Berkopek. You get the feeling this is anyone's hockey game. Again, after the goal from Redding, Wendt was dragged down. He'll race after it. Wendt behind the goal. Reverses off the right pad of Landsberger and skitters safely for Larson. Bro. Tripped up Ruffin. Kudo wedged that one away. Now Sam Ruffin weaving back in. Played back for Enns. Long shot knocked down. Scoville for Larson. Larson high off the glass and in below the goal line, where it will be picked up by Jaden Shields. Speeding forward is Summers. Snaps it across for Calgin, across in front, right pad save, juicy rebound that Summers wasn't quite able to get to. It's ripped in by Monkovic. Summers, Calgin. Brad Summers will clean things up. Good deke there, a couple of good dekes from Zachary Heinz. Shot coming in from Calgin. Stopped by Fedoruk, and it's tracks. Osmundson's pass is intercepted. Utica will have to tag up as it soars around the kick plate. Klein will settle this down, a bit of a weak pass. Babiak up for Spodniak. Matus Spodniak has a goal so far tonight. Can he find another? And with steam, looking across the grain to the far side, wide of that left post. Trying to work it out is Matt Wood. It'll finally be lobbed down. Adenier off balance. Back for it. Over now for Klein, off the skate of Murphy. And now with some speed is Patosha for Spodniak. Fires a shot, right pad save made by Landsberger. Adenier. Spencer. Murphy couldn't handle it. He's tripped up. A drive coming in from Wood, who's already scored so far in this game. Tallarico trying to cover. Squirts out into the slot. Patosha will salvage. Over the offensive blue line. Has it batted away. Picked up by Lucas Herman. Zapata following it up. Dante Zapata. Spencer. Patosha didn't realize quite how much time he had. Plays it forward as he's rocked. And ref says he didn't gain the red line, so it will be icing against Adrian. Speaking of Lucas Herman on this Utica roster, My partner Alex Herman is down in Newark, Ohio right now with the ACHA Men's Division II hockey team here at Adrian College. He's the goaltender. They're taking on Denison University. They'll be back here tomorrow at 7 p.m. to play. And Herman will join me on the call for tomorrow's game at 3 p.m. as it looks like we have another timeout. This time called by Adrian's coach, Adam Krug. We'll head to the break.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Back at Arrington Ice Arena, the number 1 ranked team in the country, Adrian College, is hosting the number 3 ranked team, Utica University. Utica with the edge right now, 3-2. And both teams out of timeouts now. Utica called one earlier on in this second period, and now Adam Krug calls timeout for the Bulldogs after they iced it. Tired legs, and they'll give them a chance to rest up as they approach this face-off draw. One back by Utica, but surging through was Enns. They're going to rule that it deflected off the stick of Enns, so it should stay in the Adrian zone as Herman sent it out of play. Zapata to take this draw against Ruffin. The 2 premier players in the lineup for either side. No Alessio Luciani for Adrian, missing their leading scorer from last year, but they have plenty of depth, and they've turned it on and played a lot better in this second period after going down 2-1 after the first. So not to worry if you're Adrian. This is a team that's seen adversity, seen scenarios like this before. Have to imagine they'll respond in a big way. Gave up a goal early on in this period, but then responded with one of their own. The next goal will be crucial in this game. Ruffin lofted across into the path of Shields. He's bumped in too hard, as delivering it around the boards was Holmes. Utica finally gets it out. Larson will chase in on Swade. Swade looking to turn away from the 6'6 behemoth, but Larson will steal it. His pass wasn't a clean one. It's away from Kimball Johnson, who will scamper back for it. Larson turning forwards. That reach has to be so advantageous. Makes it difficult for anyone to steal the puck off of him, let alone challenge him physically. Dobe knifed for Bro. 2 apples so far in the game. That's assists for those not familiar with hockey terminology. Klein looked like he knocked over Bro there on the near wall as the Bulldogs come away with it. Calgin in deep. Johnson turning. Calgin, dogged determination from number 17. Looking for Swade. Instead, it found the Pioneer Osmundson. Redding had Adrian's second goal. Took an odd bounce off the top of the dasher. Swade will chase. In on Johnson. With some room to work is Brandon Osmundson. Skied down. Klein wins the race. Icing is called. 19-15 the shots in Adrian's favor, but still they trail by a score of 3-2. Bulldog goals coming from Matus Spodniak in the first. Matthew Redding tipped in Chase Spencer's bid on goal here in the second. Utica had 2 goals in the first period from Kimball Johnson and Matt Wood. And then here in the second, Regan Kavanaugh struck 47 seconds into the second period on the breakaway. Tallarico's been really good since then. Smooth move by Heinz, back for Kudo, across, long shot from Shields, deflected downward, sitting right in front of the blue paint. Goes behind the goal. Spodniak, Shields, Heinz, fires. That's off Osmundson, follow-up from Kudo is wide. Spodniak. So smooth with the puck is number 7. Shields. Long shot blocked away by Scoville. Almost looks like a power play for Adrian, similar to what we saw from Utica a lot in the first. Spodniak, one-timer into the chest of Brian Landsberger and held on to. Much needed change for the Pioneers, who were trapped in their own zone. Utica had a lot of success in the first due to their proficiency on the cycle and being able to control play. Adrian settled in, and they've returned the favor here in the second. 2:12 to go in the second period. Utica, the number 3 ranked team in the country, trying to pull off the upset, up 3-2. Still 22 minutes left to be played. Zapata sliding over to try and get it. Knifed forward by Berkapek. Herman banks it out to safety. Babiak over for ends. Puck hopping a lot here in the late stages of the second with the choppy ice. And the puck warming a bit as well, you'd have to imagine. Babiak lifted in, icing waved. Landsberger out to play it by Berkapek. Getting up for the rebound there was Justin Allen. Don't usually say getting up for the rebound in hockey, but usually a basketball term. Ryan Cuddy, our director, knows that. Play-by-play stud here, getting ready for Adrian College basketball season in a few weeks. As Herman will walk in, gets the angle on Babiak, turn the corner. Tallarico sealing off the post, and maybe a bit of extracurricular here in the aftermath. $1:24 left in the second period. Calvin Keys with you on Adrian College TV. Great crew, as we mentioned, Ryan Cuddy, our director, Chancey Boyce, and Dakota Schneider getting their feet wet on camera. Our executive producer, Megan Abbey, taking some shots with the camera in between the benches for the gram, as they say. Shot from Wood was blocked by Spagnolo. Now it's down low. Murphy can't get it out. Wood bumped into the board, sent through the slot. Dangerous decision there, but they made it work. Our producer, as we just mentioned, Megan Abbey, she had to duck there, thought the puck was incoming. She emerges unscathed. Adenier steps up for the hit, and that will be a penalty. He's pleading his case right now. Should be the first penalty of the game against Adrian. That's interference as Adenier finished his hit. Bit of a flex from Adenier there. Too strong, and 2 minutes. 2 minutes for interference is the call. So a big chance for Utica to extend their lead with 57 seconds left on the clock. Hands may have gotten up a bit there from Adenier, but looked like he was finishing his check. Nonetheless, first penalty of the game goes against Adrian. Utica will get their first chance on the power play as Zapata will oppose Ruffin. Or excuse me, that is Lucas Herman taking the face-off. Ruffin wins it cleanly. First Spencer ramps up in the air. Larson trying to battle for it. 2v1, but still Larson comes out on top. Snapped around by Bro. Up top, Allen. Larson trying to play it backwards. Down low for Herman. The transfer from the University of New Hampshire. Kavanaugh. Cycles for Herman. Back up to the blue line. Allen opens up, skipped off his stick awkwardly. He regains control. Justin Allen snaps it across for Kavanaugh, whose shot goes up and out of play. 19 seconds remaining in the second period with 1:23 left on the penalty to Io Adenier for interference. Penalty kill will change. Patosha and Spodniak heading on, accompanied by Spencer as well as Cameron Babiak, trying to kill off this penalty. Power play looked good early on for Utica, but not getting any penetration or shots near the net. Adrian keeping him to the outside. That might change here as Larson walks in. Takes a bounce off the stick of Spencer and into the fishing net. 12 seconds left in the second. Zapata, Bro, Larson, Allen, and Kavanaugh is the power play unit right now for Utica. They need a clean win to set up a quick shot with the clock waning in the second period. And they don't get it. Speeding forwards is Spodniak. Maybe final chance if he hurries. Spodniak set in front. Landsberg sticked behind the goal, and that should do it. First 57 seconds left of Utica's power play is killed off as Larson and Spodniak go nose to nose, or rather perhaps nose to chest there, with Larson standing at 6'6". Nonetheless, that'll do it for the second. Bulldogs still have 1 minute and 3 seconds of power play time for Utica left to kill. But 3-2 in favor of the visiting Pioneers is how things stand after 2 periods. We'll head to the break for the next 15 minutes and be back for the scintillating conclusion of this hockey game in a few moments.
As you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years, you stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
Welcome back to Arrington Ice Arena. Utica University won the first period 2-1. The second period was a 1-1 tie. Let's see who wins the third. The visiting Pioneers are up 3-2 in this hockey game as we take a look at our stats after 2 periods. As we mentioned, Pioneers leading over the Bulldogs 3-2, but it definitely was an improved second. Utica had a lot of sustained O-zone possession in the first. Adrian had a lot of possession of their own. Only goal from Utica in that second period came on a breakaway 47 seconds in. It says 0 for 1 on the power play category, but Utica's first power play of the night is still progressing. Io Adeniye went to the box for the Bulldogs for interference. Still a minute and 3 seconds of power play time for Utica remaining, but still impressively, the Pioneers have won 2/3 of the draws. 67% is their face-off percentage. And another notable facet of this game has been the play of the Utica netminder, Brian Landsberger. He has been superb. 20 saves for him on 22 shots, and they've been high-quality chances, especially in that second period for Adrian. Tallarico has been a bit shaky at times, but he came through in some key moments in that second, stopped a breakaway attempt, and got scored on by another breakaway attempt, so 1 for 2. Pretty good percentage there. For the Bulldog defense, they have to be careful not to give up key chances for Utica in transition. On even strength, they were the better team. The penalty kill looked good for the first half, but still some work to do here. Over half of the man advantage remaining for the Utica Pioneers. Getting geared up for the third period puck drop. Ruffin, Spodniak, Babyak, and Spencer is the penalty kill for the Bulldogs. Larson, Zapata, joined by Bro, as well as Allen and Kavanaugh is the power play unit for Utica. Picking it up down low here is Justin Allen. He's got some speed. Plenty of open ice for Allen, trying to play it to himself. Spencer cut it out initially. Turning, ripping it down is Spencer. Gets some applause from the crowd inside the final minute of the Utica man advantage. Turning forward here is Kavanaugh. Spencer back to get it. Just a rock of this Bulldog defensive unit. Babyak came over from Bowling Green in the offseason. He's got plenty of open ice. 2-on-2 for the Bulldogs here on the penalty kill. Feeds across. Patosha. Shot chipped high and past Landsberger's crease. 10 seconds left in the penalty to Adeniye. Penalty kill has been rock solid. This has been the only power play for either team so far in the hockey game as Adeniye breaks free from the penalty box. Here's Shields, banked forward. Patosha ends. Couldn't control. Other way, Cam Patton. Centering feed, picked off. Pass is snapped over for Ends, who cuts up the middle, checked into hard. Really good play made there in defense by Matt Wood, who also has a goal so far in the hockey game. Puck sent down by the Pioneers. It will be icing. Successful penalty kill on the carryover call to Adeniye. That tough to start a period down a skater, but Adrian was able to pull it off. Didn't concede any chances really, well shorthanded. And now they get an O-zone draw. Ruffin to take it against Curran. Mick Curran, the grad student out of Arlington, Massachusetts. Up top, long shot, sailing in from Shields. Scoville, he'll find it. Bumped forwards, here's Mick Curran. Wood, bumped into by Kudo. All freshman team in the NCAA last year. As Ends will work wide, Ty Ends, bumped into the siding. Pass ramps awkwardly over for John Monkovich for Utica. Here's Monkovich, carries it in. Around the boards. Trying to find it is Shields. Bumped into the boards with force is Guts from behind. That hit coming from Summers on the cross check. Spodniak wedges it out. Does the Slovak. Had the first goal of the night, followed by 2 unanswered, or rather 3 unanswered for Utica. And then the Bulldogs have the latest goal. Can they find a second in succession? Spodniak carries in. Backhand saucer front. Landsberg turns it aside. And the second stop from Landsberger. Heinz Leaves it back for a Denier, deflected wide. Oh, what a chance for Zach Heinz. Another high shot that fell down in front of Landsberger. Landsberger has looked good so far in the game as that's angled back just over the goal from Summers. Landsberger, the 6'6" sophomore, takes up a whole lot of the net, and that played to his strengths on a couple of nice saves, stretching out that right pad. On the other side of things, Nick Tallarico is much smaller netminder for the Bulldogs. He's 5'7" and 150 pounds. Landsberger is 6'6" and 195. Murphy loses it to Zapata. Senior out of Huntington Beach, California. Banks it in. Klein circles. Left for Murphy, who will turn back. He is hit by Remy Parker, who had a chance on the breakaway in the second period that was stymied by Tallarico. Turning, trying to whack it out in front there, was Parker. Bumps over a Bulldog player who's down in discomfort. That is Chase Spencer holding his right hand, and a penalty is coming up against Utica. Imagine Parker's going to go to the box. The right glove has fallen off the hand of Chase Spencer. He's able to get up, which is a very positive sign for Adrian, but definitely in some discomfort after he fell. And going to the penalty box is Remy Parker for high sticking. The senior out of Montclair, New Jersey, will go to the box. He's another NCAA Division I transfer from the University of Maine. So now a pivotal chance for the Bulldogs. On the power play, 2 minutes go up on the scoreboard. Down a goal. Adrian get a pivotal chance to try and score an equalizer. Tallarico went to the bench to get some assistance. He's back in the cage now. Utica tries to clear, but it's knocked down. Shields. Spodniak. Spencer normally would be on this power play, but he's on the bench in discomfort. Bank down low for Wentz. Ruffin tried to lift a stick. Instead, it is taken by Curran, gives it a ride down the sheet. 20 seconds in to the Bulldog power play. Turning forwards with it is Jaden Shields. Snaps it for Spodniak, lost it momentarily. Heinz at the blue line has to be careful. Batted out again by Utica, and maybe a 2-on-1 developing. Here's Wood. Has Patton with him. Slides it across for Patton, who couldn't control. Hard back check from Spodniak to break it up. Another odd man rush conceded by Adrian on the power play, no less. Shields, Wentz. One-touch pass is coming from the Adrian attack. Wentz drops it for Ruffin. Bit disjointed on the power play so far for the Bulldogs. Neither side's been able to find footing with their man advantage. Maybe Murphy can here. Battling for it down low. Ruffin, the co-captain of the Bulldog team, sent it right to the stick of Utica's Lucas Herman, who has it stolen. Heinz sliding into the wall. Still Herman will pursue Shields. Great work by the Utica penalty kill. Perhaps some open ice for Ryan Patosha. Patosha through center, right up the gut. Now he's heading wide into the shoulder of Landsberger was that shot. Bulldogs reacquire a good chance for Patosha on the rush. Klein back over and snaps one. Patosha walking in. It's still on the doorstep and they score. A power play goal from Riley Murphy will tie the game. And for Riley Murphy, the monkey is off his back. Scores a clutch goal to make it 3-3 on the power play. Let's have another look. Bulldogs finally able to establish their power play. The shot comes in from Enns. Follow-up chance from Patosha, and eventually the puck finds its way to the tape of Riley Murphy. And look at the excitement. The energy picks up here in Arrington Ice Arena. It's a tie hockey game, 3-3 the score. Still 14:37 left on the scoreboard. Plenty of time left to be played and a lot more to come. It's college hockey, folks. Doesn't get better than this. Chase Spencer shoots it in. Landsberger out to leave it with the paddle. So Riley Murphy, the sophomore forward out of nearby Rockford, Michigan, makes it a tie game. That cross-ice pass was just behind Calgin. What a moment that would have been. 2 goals quickly. Kavanaugh, oh, what a move to get by Spencer. Good to see Chase Spencer back on the ice after he went down in a heap. High stick from Parker that led to the Bulldog power play, which led to the game-tying goal. Adrian finally finding their game and turning it on here as the game is worn on. Spencer knocked in too hard again. Not something you like to see. Spencer turns, fires. That's off the shin pad of Dobe. Now tripped up is Jaden Shields, and another power play in the cards for Adrian. Going to the box is Jacob Bro. Has 2 assists tonight, but this time he'll be getting on the score sheet for the wrong reasons. Tripping against Jacob Bro brought down the Bulldog defenseman Jaden Shields. Shields, a talented player, generated a lot of offense from the blue line a season ago with 6 goals and 23 assists. And the power play will go right back at it for the Bulldogs. Patosha against Zapata. Here's Enns turning forward. Has it stolen. Zapata will send it out. Klein back up for Ty Enns. Riley Murphy had the previous power play goal. He's back out there, but this time the Pioneers will give the puck a ride down the length of the ice. Tallarico leaving it for Austin Klein. Murphy up the near side, centered here, played across. That was knocked down. A great defensive effort from Justin Allen, backtracking and hitting the deck, and the Pioneers send it down. Buck 20 left, and the Adrian power play. Still plenty of time to work. Austin Klein, freshman out of Manitoba, finds the tape of Enns, and maybe in behind here is Summers. Slides across for Spodniak, but sliding across also was Brian Landsberger. Pivotal save. Slap shot from the blue from Enns is trapped to the chest by Landsberger. Adrian with good chances here. Still over a minute of power play time left in the hockey game. They'll continue on the man advantage. 12:51 left in the third period. Heinz will take this face-off, or rather Ruffin will take the draw against Zapata. Utica knocks it to the far boards. Turning here is Holmes, trying to send it out. Good toe drag move. Spodniak walks in, down low, trying to bump it back out front to his teammate. Spodniak was Hunter Wentz, but it's intercepted, and the Pioneers will clear. You see the high-end skill throughout the lineup that this Bulldog team has. Maybe a bit of rust here in the early going, but they have knocked some of that rust off, and now they look to be in fine form. Ruffin plays it to himself on the power play, in deep, 30 seconds left with an extra skater for the Adrian College Bulldogs. Ruffin, Spodniak, back here for Shields. It's Heinz, looks for Shields, it wedged over his stick, bounced out. He's dragged down right in front of the Bulldog bench. Utica will shoot it into the near corner. 10 seconds left, and the power play to Jacob Bro, or the penalty rather. Here's Swade. Swade hopping by with some velocity. Shooting it down again is Connor Fedoruk. No icing as he shot it right before the power play, or the power play expired for Adrian. Kudo will get it down low. Banked off the glass. Swade looking to work past Allen one-on-one, who steals it. Allen tried to work it out front dangerously, and ringing the iron was Jacob Swade, and maybe a chance the other way. Osmundson working in, shutting the 5-hole is Tallarico, sliding across, still trying to regain his bearings. End-to-end action. Now Calgin, 2-on-2, cuts back, fires, and snapped up by the catching mitt of Brian Landsberger. 11:07 left in the third. Catch your breath, folks. Still got over 11 minutes of hockey left, and this has been a treat. Number 1, Adrian. Number 3, Utica. A game that could have playoff implications, even though it is the opener for the Bulldogs. Puck dropped. Patosha bumps it for Murphy, who had the game tire. All square at 3 apiece. Shots are beginning to be a bit favored for Adrian. 30-18 for the Bulldogs. Sent in front by Adenier. Spencer pitchforks it in. Scary moment a few plays ago as Spencer was down in a heap after the high stick from Parker. Now he'll have it. trying to get on the board. Landsberger sealed it off. Back with it again is Chase Spencer. Walks to the middle of the ice, fires one wide. May have deflected. Adenier looking for Patosha in the high slot. Instead, it's Buster Larson picking off the feed. Spencer gets it by Bro. Murphy. Chip shot down below Landsberger's net. Puck will settle here for Zapata. Dante Zapata, oh, he is rocked by Spagnuolo, and that's going to be a penalty. If you ask me, I think that was a textbook charge from Dante Spagnuolo. Zapata was hit right in the numbers, and Spagnuolo took several forceful strides. Boarding will be the call. Coming from Paul Rigby, one of our referees tonight, accompanied by Mark DeRogers, and the linesmen are Patrick Bracco and Bill Jones, doing a great job here. Spagnuolo saw a chance to lay a big hit, but unfortunately can't hit someone the numbers like that, sending Zapata dangerously into the boards. He's right back up on his skates, and he'll take the draw to open up this Utica power play. Dobe. Hit hard. Onto the ice is Brandon Osmondson, but walking in is Zapata. Tangled up by Kudo. Now a race for it. Spodniak nearly able to get there. Dobe keeps it in. Patton delivers down low. All the way around for Zapata, one of the premier players on Utica's roster. Stolen by Spodniak, banks it down. Ruffin will race after it as Landsberger gets ready to play it. Oh, it's intercepted by Ruffin up in the air. Great work ethic from Ruffin there on the forecheck to kill some time here with a minute 20 left on Utica's man advantage. Skating forward is Dobe. Zapata, near wall, walks in. Dobe, over, a shot. That's over the crossbar. Monkovic. Kicked down by Spencer. Patosha. Monkovic meets Adenier, back up to the point. Walk in, a shot in front for Utica. Diving save by Tallarico. May have been going wide, but nonetheless, Tallarico didn't leave it to chance. Smothers it. 54 seconds left on Utica's power play. Didn't have much success on their first, but generating good chances here on the second. 9:02 left in the third. Calvin Keys with you on Adrian College TV. NCAA Division III ice hockey. Utica University making the 8-hour bus ride to challenge the defending national champions, the Adrian College Bulldogs. Adrian raised a national championship banner pregame, but in the quest for a repeat performance, this game's result will be pivotal. How will it end? You'll have to just wait and find out. Kavanaugh across, Larson. Drop for Allen. Larson and Kavanaugh playing catch, and a drive from Bro that was wide. That was hammered. Larson. Kavanaugh walking in. Low drive, turning it out in front and trying to tug it home was Herman. But Tallarico again. Couple of nice saves. He's down in some discomfort. Still not back up on his feet. As Utica heads back in. Tallarico looks very shaken up. Adenier will clear. Allen across for Kimball Johnson. Hitting the deck there was Larson as Spagnuolo heads out of the box. Back at full strength. Another successful penalty kill for Adrian as Landsberger sends it out of play. They're going to say it deflected out, so no penalty. But the draw will stay in the Utica end. And Tallarico looks like he's okay. Getting some hydration, and he'll continue on. 32-20, Adrian out shooting Utica by over a 3-2 margin. Still the game remains tied at a 3-3 score. Utica dominated the first. Adrian was probably the better team in the second, and this third period's been fairly even. But Adrian really turning it on here in the late stages. Clean win from Remy Parker. Utica has performed very well on faceoffs. They've won 2 out of 3 draws tonight. Knocked in by Wood. Tallarico out to play it. Backhands around for Hunter Wendt. Across for Shields, the defenseman getting in on the rush. Here's James Shields trying to reverse back for Ruffin, who wasn't close enough. Joey Burkapek for Remy Parker again. Wood slides it for Burkapek. Leaves for Scoville. Angled off by Spodniak, trying to knock it out. Just barely kept in by Burkapek, who skates in to the back door. Tallarico, oh, how did he save that one? Still in some discomfort, but still able to make the stop. Moving from left to right quickly to deny a Pioneer on the back doorstep. We stay tied. 7:16 left in the third. The Pioneers and the Bulldogs. Who's going to budge? Osmundson opposes Summers on the draw. Utica won it back, but Babiak was crashing forward. Heinz will work it out. Summers bumped to the boards by Monkovic. Klein back for it, icing waved. Centered through into the skates of Summers awkwardly, but he is able to make the best of it. Fedoric. Pass evades through to Gut, just stays in play. We continue. Fedoric thought that was offsides, but we keep going. Again, it's in front, bounces awkwardly. Back across. Tallarico didn't need to make a stop, thought maybe he would have to. Utica can't get the shot on goal. Lifted in by Osmundson. Patosha runs into some trouble. Barely held in here by Parker. Centers for Osmundson. Crashing the net is an Adrian and Utica player. Patosha was nudged there from behind by Parker. And now Tallarico, who already was looking to be in some discomfort, is down on the ice. Wonder if maybe we'll see Dershawn Stewart. Stewart stretching out on the other side of the glass next to the bench. Hopefully Tallarico's okay. He'll be attended to by the trainer rather here. Tallarico and Stewart battling for the starting job. Tallarico had a .932 save percentage and a 1.58 goals against average in 5 starts last season. And as he's being helped out by the trainer, we will step aside for a few moments.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Back at the Arrington, 6:14 left in the third period. Tallarico has been shaken up on a couple of occasions so far in the game. And it looks as if Nick Tallarico will continue. He's still in the blue paint. Refs were talking there for a moment, but Tallarico will continue on. The kid's got guts. One back, a quick shot right underneath the helmet. Maybe a rush the other way. Murphy looking to saucer for Spagnuolo, but that's knocked down incredibly well by Kimball Johnson. Io Adeneye. Forwards. Murphy staying with it. Herman drops for Johnson. Puck rolling, doing all sorts of weird things there on the ice. Zapata went off the referee. Zapata's angled to the boards by Adeneye. Johnson opens up, fires a low wrister. Sealed off by Tallarico. Adeneye over for Spencer. Murphy had the game-tying goal on the power play, what feels like an eternity ago. Will we see overtime in the home opener for Adrian College, or will one of these teams break the deadlock? We'll have to see. Landsberger out for the puck. Sent it just in the nick of the time, but it bounced over Scoville's twig. Just stays in off the very top of the plexiglass pane. In the near corner of the Utica zone, Calgin looking low blocker. Went just outside the post. Maybe a nick off the blocker of Landsberger. Saucered Over Kudo. He's going to have to race back. He's got Bro on his tail. Matt Kudo gets there first. Swade lifts in behind the net. Calgin racing after it with Scoville. Played along the near boards. Redding looking to keep it in. He's got the goal, the second of the game for Adrian. This shot is ripped by John Calgin, and Swade will collide with Scoville. Hockey players really don't like it when you crash the net after the whistle. Keep that in mind. John Calgin with a good chance. Junior forward out of Southline, Michigan, just about an hour's drive away from the campus here at Adrian College. Riley Murphy scored a big game-tying goal. He came to Adrian for this season, transferred from NCAA Division I, Alaska Fairbanks. Quite the trip. Murphy himself is from Rockford, Michigan, so back a lot closer to home. Has to be enjoyable for the sophomore forward. Now wheeling up ice is Justin Allen, feeds wide for Wood. Backhand saucer right through the slot. No recipient. Now it's Babyak the other way. Delivers down low. Landsberger out for it. He's been a little bit shaky playing the puck. I think both goaltenders, including Adrian's Tallarico, have been. Ends. Turning away from pressure, a spinorama nearly found Wentz. Creative play from Big Ty Ends. Allen, again, cut off by Ends, plays it through the legs of a Utica player. Landsberger did well to hug the post and save the shot coming in from Ends. Spodniak turns forwards with some velocity. Rubbed out by Allen. Chipped out by Holmes. Glove down by Holmes again. He collides with Ruffin. Spodniak looking to find it. Dumps it in deep as he's knocked over. Holmes finishes his check with aplomb. Spodniak laid out right on his back. Gets up a bit gingerly. Stretch pass. Up for Remy Parker. Parker delivers a hit to Spencer, but it finds its way back up for Zach Heinz. Saucered, Adenier. Big Io Adenier, the defenseman, up on the rush. Drops for Spodniak. Good cycle play here. Heinz, a shot on goal. Blue line. Spencer. Spodniak winds, fires, it's wide. Spencer keeps it in. Heinz trying to knock it back up for Summers. Again, it's Heinz. Great hands, but a miscue as it heads into the neutral ice, and Adenier will regroup it for Spencer. Wires it around. Can be knocked down by Landsberger, but speeding in for it is Murphy. Bump to the wall, sticks with the puck. Murphy battling with Zapata, who comes out on top of the pile. Kudo spins off the skate of Spagnolo, sliding in a bit awkwardly. Now Kudo right up the gut. Now driving wide, a shot, and that is angled into the netting well by Landsberger. We'll get a face-off. 2:03 left in the third period. Can't think of a better way to start off another season of Bulldog hockey than a come-from-behind victory. We'll see if they can pull it off. 2:03 left in regulation. Not much time left. Ruffin, big win off the draw. Shields wires it in. The rebound, Ruffin sends it skyward. A chance right in front. Thought that was the moment. Ruffin sends it into the netting. Whew. What an opportunity. Coach Krug describes Alessio Luciani and Sam Ruffin as a 1-2 punch down the middle. But right now it's just a one punch because Luciani out of the lineup. So other centers have had to step up. Right now Wentz is tangled up with Patton on the far boards. They'll be separated. Can't afford to take a penalty at this stage of the game. Discipline is of the utmost importance. 1 minute and 59 seconds. Clock is adjusted. 3-3. Adrian versus Utica. Can we find a winner in regulation? Ends, backhands for Wentz. Pinched into the boards. Turning is Kavanaugh. Can't get it out. Tipped in front. Landsberger ushers it into the near corner. Ends. Can't find Ruffin. Sent out lightly by Cam Patton. Kudo. Cross for Shields. In the middle for Ruffin. His pass is far behind Kudo. And now a race for it. Osmondson gets on his horse. He's knocked over by Kudo. Osmondson holding Kudo's stick right now. Ruffin. Stretch feed for Spodniak with some speed. Matus, Spodniak saved Landsberger, and Spodniak down in a heap. Hope he's okay. Heinz keeps it in. Spodniak back up on his skates. Heinz, good reversal feed for Sway. Back up for Heinz. Deflects into traffic. Utica can't get it out. Heinz turning forward again as we near the final minute of play in the game. Utica sends it out of play. We will have a face-off in the Pioneer zone, and laying a hit of colossal size was Klein. Bowls over Brandon Osmondson. Lots of hitting, lots of playmaking, lots of goals, lots of big saves. It's been a heck of a hockey game. Number 1, Adrian. Number 3, Utica. They split their series last year. In fact, Utica handed Adrian the only loss of their 32 games schedule a season ago that ended up in a national title for the Bulldogs. Ruffin and Osmondson, the combatants on the face-off. They stare each other in the face. The puck is dropped, and Ruffin wins it back. Shields, long shot, deflected off a Utica body in front. They'll clear it out, but taken again right away by Ruffin. Utica has to tag up. 45 seconds on the clock in the third period. NCAA Division III ice hockey on Adrian College TV. Ruffin back for Heinz. Calvin Keys here with you narrating the action. Will we need overtime to find a winner? Utica don't want to leave it up to chance. Here's Zapata. Pass is behind Scoville. Ends. Tried to find it. Ruffin's pass is too far behind Babiak, who will loft this forward. Arm is up in the air for icing, and that's what the call will be. Surely Babiak had crossed over the red line before he fired that down low, but ref didn't think so. So with 15 seconds left, a face-off of utmost importance. Utica has dominated off draws this evening. For Adrian, they need to at least make sure they tie this one up. With 15 seconds, can't allow Utica to muster a clean win. As Herman is gathered right behind Zapata, ready to uncork a wrister, but the Bulldogs win it. Huge. They deliver it out through the air. Remy Parker. Long pass ahead, icing is waved. Spencer will go back for it, and that'll do it for regulation. All tied up, 3 goals for both teams. Bulldogs have come from behind to tie this one. And we'll be heading to 3-on-3 OT. After these messages, don't go anywhere, folks. Things are just heating up. 3v3 after this.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Back at the Arrington Ice Arena, Calvin Keys with you on Adrian College TV. Shout out to our director, Ryan Cuddy. Cameramen, Chancey Boyce and Dakota Schneider doing a bang-up job here tonight as we get set for OT. Sudden death, overtime, the number 1 team in the land versus the 3rd-ranked squad in the nation. Adrian College versus Utica University. We prepare for OT. Adrian's goals have come from Matus, Spodniak, as well as Matthew Redding and Zach Heinz. For Utica, they've gotten goals from Kimball Johnson, Matt Wood, and Regan Kavanaugh. But the only goal that will matter is the next one. 3-3. And it looks like the personnel on the ice for both teams will be for Utica, Dante Zapata, who logged so many minutes, top center for the Utica team, accompanied by the defenseman Justin Allen, and right winger, the domineering Buster Larson. For Adrian, it'll be who else? Sam Ruffin at center, Spodniak, who has a goal this evening already on the wing, and then Shields holding down the fort on the back end. Offensive dynamos for both teams, three-man units. Utica wins it back. Justin Allen will go for a stroll. Allen turns forward through center. Allen stops up, spins for Zapata, who goes behind the goal. Dante Zapata shielding for Allen. Bounced over his stick. Utica will head back out to neutral ice. Patient approach for the Pioneers. Allen going forwards. Leaves for Zapata. Buster Larson. Shields bumps into him. Despite the size mismatch, the Bulldogs steal it. And here's Matus Spodniak. Crosses over the Utica blue line, gets it back, and they score. The Bulldogs are barking. It's Matus Spodniak. And they win the home opener. What a moment to start off the season. They were down 3-1, but they got it done. Matus Spodniak, his second of the night, and it's a game winner. Look at the scenes here from Arrington Ice Arena as the Bulldogs take it 4-3 in OT. Let's have another look. Spodniak was off to the races. A 2-on-1, fed it over to Shields, got it back, and goes 5-hole right through the wickets. He's mobbed by his teammates. A massive win to start off the season. The banner was raised pre-game, and the Bulldogs have lived up to the hype. They take it 4-3 here from Arrington Ice Arena. The game winner from Matus Spodniak after a nice passing play with Jaden Shields is the decider. And in the first game of the NCAA Division III ice hockey season for the Adrian Bulldogs, they get the win in overtime, 4-3. For all of our crew here at Adrian College TV, I'm Calvin Keys. Thank you for watching, and remember to tune in tomorrow for the second half of this weekend series. Puck drop at 3 p.m. Have a great Friday night.
April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.